Hello, 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 all you wonderful, beautiful people. Welcome to Manda and Mom. We are all about the thrift life, and part of the thrift life for us is that some people call them side gigs, extra jobs. We're starting our own companies, but you gotta start small. So this video is going to replace what was supposed to be last week's video. We were going to go live at the KC Mystic Fair, but when we got there, we realized there really wasn't any internet unless you wanted to pay for it. They wanted $7 a day to pay for internet. So instead, I have mostly pictures. I have some video. So this is the intro, and then I'll see if I can do the rest of it in the video editor, but it might have to just be me, and I'll just put up the pictures and then talk about them all. Figure that out. And there's an update I actually did a TikTok, which will be the next video that you see about our journey when we were leaving. And it does give a quick little update about David. And then I will update you then, because now there's more. There's more. But one of Manda's other side gigs is she drives for Lyft. And so I'm working today, and she's at the house, and she's resting because she was driving for Lyft, and she's got to pack because she's going to conference. And she has a great big announcement. There's just all kinds of stuff going on this month. So we thank you all for your patience that you have had, that our videos have not been, on the dot on Sunday. And I'm hoping that maybe Manda and I can get back to the St. Louis Antique Mall before Thanksgiving. But we will see. We appreciate you all, and see you in a blink of an eye. World, how you feel about it? What? You ready to go? Macca, you ready to go? You ready to go? Okay. No, you're not sitting in my lap. We are packed. As you can see back there, I could barely see. We are packed and headed to Kansas City for the KC Mystic Fair. I believe it's going to be at the Hy-Vee Center, Hy-Vee Arena. Come see us. Manda's going to be there at Crystal Clear Downloads. And I will be there as Nani Noms, your enlightened snack dealer. And I would have done this without my glasses on, but Rip came to give me a kiss and licked me and turned my bottom eyelashes inside out and poked me in the eyeball. And so I have a coffee. On top I have everything. So remember everything. I hope y'all have a good day. Thank you to all my WDNC sisters and my Gen X family. Thank you for all the love and support. And, oh, a side note, they released David yesterday. The marvels of modern medicine. So you have a... Sophie's chiming in. There's a huge bloodline that goes from your heart down, and it splits and goes to your liver, and he had 2 aneurysms in there, so they had to go in and they did it by stint. He went in yesterday, or he went in Monday and got out of the hospital on Tuesday. I'm amazed. So he's gonna take care of the big boys. I have the little boys. Somebody's not a boy. I have the littles. We call them the big boys and the littles. Should get my terminology right, but I haven't finished my coffee yet. Hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm gonna be driving. You see my blue Rav and me rocking down the road. Give a wave. Have a great day. We are here at the KCMO there. This is my booth, 99's your enlightened snack dealer with some high protein and vegan snacks that are healthier for you. And Manda's booth is right next door. Crystal Core downloads, very core jewelry, resin, stickers. She even has some of her artwork and crystal readings or sulfur readings.
You'll always be mine. Promise I won't change my life.
I wanted to actually slow down and show you the snacks that we have. You can read the labels. These are true bars. They're vegan, high protein. They're actually quite good. We also have Bubos and yogurt covered strawberries. These are high protein vegan Owen drinks. We have alkaline water, regular water.
Snacky snack time.
Yeah, it's snacky snack time, people. Time for you to exercise your right to have a snack. So open your mouth and
Get her, Mac. She finally wants to play and you don't know what to do.
Habibi, let me show you.
I know that was quite a different video, but as I said, it's some of what you would have seen if we'd been able to go live. You wouldn't have gotten as much of the fun behind the scenes stuff, and I did promise you an update. I know in the last video we talked about the struggles that have been going on for the last 2.5 years. I think we mentioned that Amanda's dad, David, has had 4 or 5 surgeries since May, and he had 3 the year before, and I don't think I've ever said these words to actually announce this part. Maybe we talked about it on the last video. I don't remember. When David had his stomach bleed, they found cancer. And at first they thought it was cancer of the stomach. And they were talking about taking out his whole stomach. And then they did some kind of scan. And they've determined that it is in his esophagus. So he won't have his stomach removed. He's going to have his esophagus removed. And this is things that have just been happening so fast. He's almost been in the hospital or had a surgery almost every 2 weeks lately. I think it was 1 week between the first cervical surgery and the second one. And then he was in rehab. And so he just had, after he had the bleed and they found the cancer, then the cancer said, we can't do cancer surgery on you until you get your vascular system fixed. I mentioned it somewhere anyway. So there's that main line from your heart that goes down to your kidneys anyway. So he had to have that surgery. And this cancer surgery is, doctor told him, you have to have your will updated and current. You have to have your healthcare power of attorney papers notarized. You have to have your will current. There's something else. Oh, his 5 wishes. He has to have his healthcare 5 wishes notarized. All has to be legal before the surgery. He also had to have his teeth deep cleaned. Something about bacteria. I'm thinking he's already had 5 surgeries, 7 surgeries in, but this one is different. The timeline right now is, today is Thursday. I hope to get this up today. He goes for some kind of test today, some kind of test tomorrow. Surgery is Monday. Surgery starts at 7:30 in the morning. It is an 8-hour surgery. 3 surgeons and a robot. He will have a feeding tube for 90 days to let the esophagus heal. He has to learn to eat completely differently. He has to learn to eat small meals, 6 small meals instead of 3 big meals. And it'll be a 7 to 10 day stay in the hospital, and then he will go to rehab. There's a lot to learn when you have to learn how to eat all over again, and he will still have a feeding tube. So, as you can imagine, we've been very busy. And so, again, and as always, for all of our subscribers, thank you so much for your patience. And it does take a few days, once you get the video done, to be able to sit down and go through it, decide what slides go where, what parts you want, what parts you don't want. Cut off this end, shorten that, take that out. And I did get to do a voiceover for that one part, but I knew I couldn't do a voiceover for all of it. Once you start a voiceover in my editor or editing app, that you got to keep going. You can't do one here and one there. I don't know why. But we got it done, and we went to the KC Mystic Fair. My booth did not do as well as I thought it would. I did not, if I had to pay for the booth space myself, Ramenda and I were going to share, but they had people that didn't come, so I got a booth space. So I would not have made my booth space pay if I was paying for a regular space. So and I thought we were going to be in the Overland Park area. Of course, the company's thinking, love them dearly. Excuse me, that being at the Hy-Vee Arena would be bigger. We'd have more people. It would draw more people. I don't know, maybe it did. Some of the booths did really great. The booth, no, not that side, that side. It's my booth, Ramenda's booth, and then the weed booth. that was interesting. They did really well. And I don't know that Manda and I have actually looked at cost and expenses and even figured out whether she made booth space or paid expenses. So my plan for Nani Nons is we have another Mystic Fair coming up here in St. Louis. I'm thinking next week. Like I told you, there's a lot going on. 2 weeks ago we were in Kansas City. Then David has all these tests. He has to have surgery Monday. We start another show on Friday. Ramenda's out of town right now. She's gonna be out of town. She's at conference. Thank you again for your patience. We appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you for each of the likes, the comments. We do read your comments. And thank you again to all of our subscribers. We appreciate each and every one of you. I really don't know when the next video is going to go up. It depends on what all I can get done in the next 3 days. And how I feel. Dealing with all of this has been new. As you know from the last video, it's been quite stressful, but I am making myself a to-do list, and I will add. Thrifting would be nice. That would be a nice change. That would be something to do. Or I was thinking I could do a little series, workable videos about how to make your meals stretch. I know times are hard, and they're getting a lot harder for some people with SNAP benefits being stopped. I don't know where they are in the process. I'd heard that several judges had said that could not be done, that you had to go ahead and give out the SNAP benefits because they were already in the budget or because they have a surplus, something like that. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would be interested in. I would be happy to do that for you. I do a lot of cooking from scratch. I have easy recipes, how to make broth, how to make soups was the first ones I was thinking of doing. But again, thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope next week is wonderful for you also. Until next time, as Ramanda would say, remember you are the magic. And as I say, remember, you're blessed to be a blessing.